Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. The weekend is here, and here we all are. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. The weekend is here, and here we all are. I'm trying to turn my sound off on my phone. Okay, there it goes. Hi. Good morning, Charlie. Good morning. Good morning to everybody that's finding this, and cheers on this beautiful Saturday morning. Good morning, Blue. Good morning, Annie7. Thank you for being here this weekend. Catherine Kovacs. Hello, hello. Sally and Tony, good morning to you. Okay, well, let's get going, shall we? Hand on the heart and slow down the breathing. And Leo came in. Good morning, good morning. So we breathe deeply into our heart center. Let that love just settle in there and give us a big old warm heart hug inside of our heart. And then release. And breathe it in again. And hold that in your heart and say, only love and light is welcome in my heart on this moment, on this day, in my entire lifetime. Only love and light. And release everything else. And with your next breath, hold somebody. Just figure out who it is you want to just give a warm shout out from your heart, and do that. And just be in their presence for a moment in your heart. And they'll feel it. When we do heart hugs and we hold somebody's energy and send loving, beautiful, loving vibes out to them, then guess what? They feel it. They do receive. So open your heart, because somebody may be sending you a heart hug. Good morning, Erica. Thank you for being here. All right, it's Saturday, the weekend. What's it look like in your world? What's going on there where you are? And can you believe it's the 17th of August already? 10 more days to my birthday. And we do want to have a birthday celebration together. So we'll be jumping on a Zoom call for the morning show and just sharing some love and light together on that morning. Yes, happy Saturday. It definitely is a great, great day to have a great day. I say that every day when I wake up. And the angel's message last night is called Taking Chances. Taking chances. And let's see what they had to say to us. And first of all, Hope is here. Good morning, Hope Wellington Marshall. And oh my goodness, our Mary Jane in the hospital. Oh, please give her my love and let her know that we pray for her every day. And we lift her up right now for complete and quick healing of that kneecap. All right, take chances. It is only when we take chances that our lives improve. The initial and the most difficult risk we need to take is becoming honest. It's a quote by Walter Anderson. I was thinking today about what my life would be like if I had not listened to the guidance of the angels 4 years ago when they told me to set out on my life path. Taking chances and following the guidance of Spirit is an invitation to step into the unknown with faith and trust. It's about recognizing that life is more than just a series of calculated moves. It's a journey where the soul seeks growth, love, and deeper connection with the divine. Dear angels, Taking chances is not about reckless decisions, but about courageous ones. It's about saying yes to life, even when we don't have all the answers. It's about moving forward with an open heart, knowing that Spirit is walking with us, providing the support and guidance we need. Dear ones, Spirit always has your best interest at heart. Listen to the nudges of our guidance with an open mind and open heart. When you trust in this process, you become more attuned to the flow of life, and doors begin to open in ways you never imagined. We encourage you to take that leap of faith. Listen to the quiet whispers of Spirit. Trust that you are being guided toward a path that is not only right for you, but also aligned with the greater good. In doing so, you allow the universe to work its wonders and miracles to happen. Dear angels, today I promise to listen more closely to Spirit's guidance. And we can set that intention. Remember yesterday we spoke about intentions and setting your intention in the morning, setting your intentions for the week, for the month, for the year, whatever it might be, is so important. So as you think about your day, what's my day going to be like? You can create it the way you want it. Set your intention for what's going to happen during that day. And Catherine has no plans today. Well, maybe it's a rest day, rest and rejuvenate. And Hope has a question. The blue moon happening, I believe, tomorrow, and what is the relevance? It just means we have 2 moons in 1 month. That's all I know. So maybe somebody else has some insight. Sally, Blue Jean, maybe somebody knows more about that energy, but I love it when we have another full moon, because that's my favorite time of the month. I love the full moon energy. And Blue's friend made it through surgery in record time with Dr. Walensky. It looks good, healing and patience for the next 4 months. Yeah, for real. Tell your friend to give time to heal physically, mentally, spiritually, and emotionally, because after surgery, there's a lot of healing to be done. And Blue Jean says the 3rd full moon of the season and the 2nd full moon in a month. The blue full moon is also a supermoon. That means that it's close to the planet. Awesome. Oh, thank you, Andrea Gregg, and good morning. And Sally says it gives the 2nd more power. It's amped up. The energy is even crazier than the 1st full moon. So definitely doors are opening, and hold on to your hats, because room for a wild day. Yeah, I love the moon energy. So I welcome it in. I don't go into it with any kind of trepidation or anything other than it's going to be a beautiful ride and a beautiful experience. Good morning, Kathy Hand. Thank you for being here. All right, well, let's see what Kuan Yin has to say to us. The message was about taking chances in life and stepping up, being all that you can be in this great big world. Good morning, Brookie and Dylan and sweet baby Max. Thank you for jumping into the live. And keep sharing this out. If you want to share it to somebody, we have a few members of our family that are missing this morning. Hi, Erica Hoppy. Yes, I saw you in there earlier. So good morning again. All right. We don't have our Auntie Jean, I don't think, this morning. Where is that woman? We need our other leg on our pair of jeans. And Linda's not here. Julie Kiss. We're missing a few peeps this morning. So just give a shout out. Maybe they're taking a day to sleep in. That's quite possible. So what does Kuan Yin want us to know today? Look for my signs. I love when this one comes up because we all know that we're always given signs. There's always breadcrumbs that we can count on that are guiding us into our path. So Kuan Yin says, look for my signs. And there's the card. I have been speaking to you through signs in the world and feelings in your heart. Can you hear my reassuring voice? When you ask me for a sign, I give it. Notice what is happening in the world around you. Take comfort and believe. I love that. How many of you see signs? Do you see signs on a regular basis? Do you see things that are out of the ordinary that maybe shouldn't be there, but they are? A penny on the ground, a dry feather along the way, maybe a name that you see on a sign or a song that comes on the radio. What kind of signs do you see? Because I see all of those. So I'd love to hear your experience. And thank you, Blue, for calling in the troops. And Suzanne is at work. Thank you for letting us know that. So I think it was 3 years ago, either 2 or 3 years ago, that there was the little fender bender that happened in Virginia as we were on our way to see Tammy Fisk. And it was rainy. Everything was wet. Ground was wet. And as I pulled over where the truck had hit me from behind, I pulled over into the median. And there, right as I opened my car door, was a perfect white feather that had no moisture on it. It was completely dry. So I knew that it wasn't just a bird feather that had fallen down on the ground. I knew it was placed there by Michael. Michael kept me safe through that whole incident. And those are the kind of things that happen that make you go, that didn't just happen. It was a message. It was a sign. So what kind of signs do you get? Let's share that. Share some of your synchronicities and some of the things that happen that normally probably wouldn't have happened if you hadn't been paying attention. They might have been there, but you didn't see them. So share what you get. And there's our Brookie, and there's our Auntie Jean. Good morning, Jean. And Sally says she gets feathers, eagles, hawks, falcons, feathers, and clouds. And maybe those are birds that you see up in the air. Sometimes our attention is drawn to a bird or birds for a reason, because that's a sign that we're given from a loved one, or it could be dragonflies or butterflies. All these things show up, and that's what happens. Our loved ones are able to bring our attention to what they want to show us when they want to communicate. And Brookie says, I feel like Hurricane Debbie was a sign that my mama's energy is very much still with us, even though I'm still wanting and looking for more. You keep on looking, Brookie, and I agree. I am in such total agreement that that was a sign for you. And I know that it came at a point where you had been honoring her. And you can't make that stuff up, can you? Can I repeat Kuan Yin's message? Sure. All right. I've been speaking to you through signs in the world and feelings in your heart. Can you hear my reassuring voice? When you ask me for a sign, I give it. Notice what is happening in the world around you. Take comfort and believe. And our Marietta says, a sign means spirit, indicates great news. Oh, thank you, Marietta, and welcome in this morning. And Brookie said, I once was picking up trash on Earth Day and found the cutest little plastic earth on the ground. It seemed like a thank you, and I brought it home with me. And what synchronicity that it wasn't Earth, right? I love that. Sally says, inner DJ signs. Signs everywhere, everywhere there's signs, signs. Don't you see the signs? And I do love that song. And Leo gets them in unexpected, synchronous ways, like a nudge, but always confirming the energy of the message. Yeah, many times we are taken off of the path that we think we should be on if we're going somewhere. And that's when a sign shows up for us. So it's not that we made a wrong turn, we made the right turn into what we were supposed to see. And Hope says, definitely feathers. Saw one at the cemetery, just floated out of nowhere with no birds flying above. I love when that happens. I've had that happen as well. And one that will drift right in front of me. And I'm like, where did that come from? There's no birds around. So I'm glad that happened for you. And what a beautiful experience to have that sign show up. And Brookie says, also, when I was first working on the song I sent you quite a while back, I went out the front door of the house and stepped on a pin that got stuck to the bottom of my shoe. It was an image of Elvis rocking out in front of a disco ball. That too felt like a pretty cool gift from the universe. Most definitely it was. So many things, clouds. I think somebody mentioned clouds. And many times I see a cloud in the form of the dove, and doves symbolize peace, or it might be a dragon. The dragons are real, and they do help us to just follow along the guidance of being our magnificent self, of blowing ourselves up as high as we can in our spiritual energy. Good morning, Joanne. And Sally says, it's the birds I see, and the eagles call out all the time in response. I love that. And Blue says, one morning we were headed out on the lake, and I asked for a sign. I was feeling unloved, unappreciated. Dave and John had already been out to our lake spot and were coming back to get me and the girls. I thought this before we turned the lake corner to our spot. There were thousands of feathers that lay gently on the water, white. And then when I jumped off the boat, there must be more to the story. Stay tuned for the rest of the story. And Auntie Jean says, feathers, dragonflies, beads, and one time I asked for a sign, and I received a 3-foot Buddha. They are all around us. White doves have been my latest sign. I have seen a lot of doves lately myself. And so I know that that's a part of the peace journey, is the symbols for peace show up a lot. And as I do land blessings, I always look for a peace sign in some form. It could be words, because that's happened before. That happened, I think the last time was in New York, and there was the word peace. And sometimes it's the peace symbol. Sometimes it's a branch that makes a peace sign, like the peace that we know as representing peace. But there's always signs, always synchronicities. We just have to open our eyes and look for them. Yes, Brookie, me too. I'm so grateful for those dragonflies. I love it. Here at Sherry's in New Orleans, she has like this natural area in her backyard where plants just grow and flowers, and the butterflies are always there. They're always feeding on those flowers. And the dragonflies, as soon as I start watering her moringa plants, the dragonflies come and start landing on the leaves because they're appreciating the water. Of course, the last 3 days we've had thunderstorms, so I'm sure we have lots of water now, and they don't have to go looking for the water I bring. Okay, so when you jumped off the boat, Blue Jean, you found garnets, 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 and next a bald eagle flew at my head. It was just saying hello. Oh, I love this. Thank you all for sharing. Thank you for brainstorming with me for a moment and thinking back and remembering some of those synchronicities and that beautiful energy of the signs that are given to us. All right, so what's happening today? It's Saturday. Good morning, Perchetta and Percheer and Goofy. Today's Saturday, and today is the day we're doing a healing circle with 10 million for world peace. We're doing that, at 1 o'clock, we're going to do peace meditation like we used to do every day. Now we're doing it on the day of the healing circle. So at 1 o'clock, 1:11 actually, we'll be doing a peace meditation for world peace. And then at 1:30 Eastern time, we'll hold a healing circle that you have to sign up for these healing circles because it's a Zoom link that has to be sent out to you and the whole works. So you can go to 10millionforworldpeace.org and sign up for the next one that will happen in September. And today's healing circle is focused on the crown chakra. So it should be a very awesome healing circle. Blue says, I don't ask for signs very often, and I'm a blockhead. I felt the universe laugh at me. I was laughing with you, my friend. All right, so we'll do a couple of messages from angels in my Pocky. I don't know if Pocky is listening. She's our little mascot for Angels in My Pocket, the angel message book. So if someone would like to pick a page, and then we'll see what message jumps off that page to see what it has to say to us today. So just give me a page number, not the message number, just a page number, and the angels will choose which one of those messages wants to be seen and heard and read out loud. So page 21 for our Erica. Dear ones, we know that change is not easy. We watch as you struggle sometimes to change even a simple routine or the way you wear your hair. So we definitely understand how it affects you to take on some of the bigger changes you face in your lifetime. They're always there because there's always change. Every moment, we're a different person. Every moment, we're shedding some of our skin. We're sloughing off the dead cells and renewing fresh cells. Every moment we have new experiences, new thoughts, new ideas, new messages and downloads that come from spirit. The angels are there for all of that. And I love what it says. We watch as you struggle sometimes to change even a simple routine. Or maybe what are you going to do with your hair today? What are you going to wear? Those mundane, simple things of life. They watch us and they help and they bring in the signs and the synchronicities that we've been talking about. So thank you, Erica, for choosing that page and that message. And Blue says, oh yes, Pocky is here and needs cuddles today. Well, so much love to you, Pocky. And Joanne is asking for page 59. So we're going to go there. Your thoughts, words, and deeds carry immense power to either strengthen the bonds that unite or create further division. Remind yourselves daily of the profound truth of oneness and connection Practice kindness, respect, and empathy in your interactions with others. Every thought we think, every word we say, every action that we do makes an impact on the frequency of the planet. You know, I used to ask the angels, what does it matter if I'm angry or happy or sad or grieving, or what does it matter? I'm just one person, right? Has anybody else asked that question before, or thought that thought, that it doesn't make a big difference because you're just one person? And the angel shared with me, every bit of your energy goes into that collective energy that makes up the frequency of our planet. So if you're ranting and raving about something, if you're wallowing in anger or in sadness, guess what? It does affect everyone on the planet because your energy is going into that collective pool. So think about that before you start spewing anger and hatred out of your mouth or responding in a way that's not so loving and kind. And think about that before you criticize others. Because if we're criticizing someone, we're pointing a finger at them. And guess what happens? There's other fingers pointing right back at us. So just look at what you are doing to add to the positivity in the world. And just hit the pause button. If you feel yourself revving up in your anger, or something is getting to you and irritating you or frustrating you, just take a moment and pause. Hit the pause button and say, okay, let me just settle my energy down before I respond to this. And don't just do a knee-jerk response to whatever it is. And Leo is sending Pocky some hugs and love. Oh, how sweet. And Sally says, we're closing early at the center, going to purchase the paint for our interior of the home and for the expansion at the center. Excited to see it come together. How awesome. I can't wait to see all those changes. So page 6 for the group is what Sally and Tony are asking for. And that's right, Prachir's birthday. What kind of day did Prachir have today? Because I know that it was probably amazing being with his amazing sister. So share with us what kind of day Prachir had on his birthday. We all wished him beautiful birthday wishes yesterday. All right, page 6. Dear ones, life does not have to be so hard or traumatic. Those experiences you lived through were your sandpaper. They help shape you and slough off that which keeps you from shining in the world. Thank you, Sally. That was the message we needed to hear. That, it's just so important to realize how we show up, and that when things happen, to realize they're not happening to us. It may seem that way when it's going on, right? Especially if there's something like abuse happening, bullying or physical abuse, but it's happening for us. Those are our life experiences, and some life experiences are so hard. Some of them are very difficult to get through and very traumatic, and some may take a lifetime to work through all of that energy of what happened in your experiences. But they're an opportunity for growth, and that's what it's all about. So page 17 for our darling birthday boy, Mr. Prachir. Remember that darkness is not the absence of light, but an opportunity for transformation and growth. Embrace the challenges on your spiritual path, knowing that they contribute to the richness and the depth of your journey. Do you see how all of these messages kind of were just woven in together? They all had that same theme of there's going to be change. First of all, there's going to be change. That's a given. And it happens every moment of every day. There's change. And the message from the angels last night, take chances, step up, step out of your comfort zone, and look at what's happening. And it's not happening because you're being punished. It's not happening for any other reason than that's a choice you made before you even incarnated, that you were going to learn certain lessons in your lifetime. And here you go. Here's the opportunity for you to delve into those lessons. All right, I'm going to put up the caption here for us to type in prayer requests, because after I finish reading these next few messages, we will go into our prayers. Okay. Joanne says, I have an extreme difficulty dealing with someone who I feel has let me down. Yeah, when we hold an expectation of how something is going to be or how it's going to turn out, and it doesn't turn out the way we thought that it should, or we envisioned it, there's a process that we go through to figure out, okay, how do I feel about this now? And what do I do with my feelings? What do I do with those emotions? Because it can be anger, it can be sadness, that feeling of being let down by somebody. It's an unmet expectation. That's what it is. And so just love. That's what the angels say. Whenever somebody lets us down or somebody irritates us and rubs us the wrong way and decides to help us shine in the world, just love. Just keep showing love, because that's what we are at our true being. Our core of ourselves is pure unconditional love. And with love, there's no expectations. There's no demands. I'll love you if you do this, or if you say that, or if you act a certain way. It's just, I love you. So when we run into some of these human experiences where people will disappoint, and they will, people will sometimes reveal their true selves after we put our trust in them, and we think we know somebody, and we think that they're a certain way, and then all of a sudden it's like, whoa, where did that person come from? It's what happens in life. And you may not have had the experience of somebody being a chameleon or changing from what you were seeing, and then all of a sudden they're a different way, or they're acting in a certain manner that is not the way that you had experienced them before. It's tough. These are tough lessons, you guys. It's not easy to deal with these things in life. If it was easy, we'd all be just like, okay, I'm fine, and go on with it. But there's a process to go through, a process of sorting through the emotions that we're left with after those experiences. So as I say that, I'm reminded to tell you about the emotional empowerment workshop that will happen in November. And you can find that on angelspeakers.com and sign up for it. It's a 4-week course. And we're going to delve a little deeper than we did at the beginning of the year and go into some of these experiences that we have and how to deal with them. And Sally said it would be easy to fall into that mindset right now. I fight daily to stay positive and give to others when I can. Yeah. The more we give from our heart without expecting anything in return, the more we're going to see that love flowing into our heart. Sometimes when there's an energy that's out of alignment with ours, then we have to stop and think about that relationship and step back and hit the pause button and say, okay, let me check this out. Let me see what this is all about. So there's a lot of dynamics with relationships that We have to always just keep looking at it because it changes. Every relationship goes through changes and morphs into something that it is now instead of what it was when that relationship first began. Prachir is having a great day. His office had 2 cake cuttings. We distributed sweets to over 200 people. We went to 2 holy places and now going out for dinner. Oh, enjoy that dinner, Prachir, and happiest of birthdays to you, my friend. And Prachetta says the number of blessings and wishes and prayers Prachir is getting is awesome. I'm so glad. And thanks so much, ma'am and family, for always keeping us in your heart and prayers. Grateful and gratitude. Lots and lots of love. Thank you, Prachetta. And thank you, Prachir. And hopefully you'll have a wonderful, beautiful dinner. Enjoy. Okay, so it is our prayer time, and we can get on with our day. If you have any prayer requests, any additions to our long prayer list or changes, or anybody you want to add to it, and I know Mary Jane is already on our prayer list, but let's keep her in our prayers with her broken kneecap. And I know there's lots of people going through struggles right now, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. So keeping the whole family lifted up as we go into our prayer time. Thank you, Prachetta. I look forward to seeing that celebration. And Sally, prayers for the lost, the lonely, the forgotten, the homeless, and all those living in fear of another. Prayers for a beautiful rainbow to appear in our days to come. Yes, yes, yes. We've had a lot of thunderstorms here. And it's interesting when they happen earlier in the day as opposed to nighttime. I'll go outside and when the sun comes back out, and I always look for the rainbow, always, because I know if there's been moisture and then all of a sudden there's bright sunshine, there usually is a rainbow because that's the sun's prisms coming through that rainbow. And we've been told that it's a sign, it's a symbol of hope and a symbol that everything is working perfectly. Here's the promise that after the rain comes the sun, and after that sun comes out, we see the rainbows. Prachetta, special prayers for my dearest, beautiful fairy Teri, ma'am, and special prayers for my dearest brother, and love to you all. Thank you for that, Prachetta. Erica's asking prayers for her family, and I know Catherine is with us, and we've been holding her and her dear mom up in prayer. We continue to do so. We lift up our pair of jeans and pray that both of them are doing well. Anybody that's struggling right now with physical issues, we lift up our Julie Kiss, who has been struggling for a while now with the aftermath of a surgery that she had and the inability to use her hand, and praying that that hand will come back and have function. And Blue says, since April, when I finally listened to the grid to dismantle it, I was told unless asked or emergency people need to go their own way. Unless contacted, I no longer send Reiki. However, I've been working on Gaia and the release of what is no longer needed. Thank you for that, Blue. Thank you, because we all need to focus some healing energy to our Mama Gaia. It's so needed right now. Peace is needed in our world right now. So let's just go into our hearts. Just breathe in. Breathe in that love. Breathe in light. As you do, and you release that excess energy out on the out breath, and breathe in again with this breath. Let's see those names scrolling as we close our eyes and just see the names on the back of your eyelids. All 21 pages of names that we pray for every day. Just let them flow by You might not see all of them. One or two might stick out to you. And then see the names of those who have asked for prayer today. Just watch those names as they float by. And then let's lift up the energy of peace in our world, peace in the hearts of every inhabitant of the planet, all the animals, nature, everything that has energy. May peace fall where we are. And now let's turn to gratitude. Gratitude to the divine. Just lift up your energy. Bring all of those requests along with you. And we're going to take them together to the divine. We're going right to that great central sun. And we're handing over all of these prayer requests. They're not our burden. They're our joy. They're our mission to bring these forward to the divine for blessings, for answers. I just feel Divine Mother looking at that list, putting her hands out to send healing energy. I feel Christ right at the center of all that we're doing. And there's a legion of angels that right now are being dispersed to everyone on the list. So if you're on that list, just experience it. Just let it flow into your energy field. And maybe an angel will touch you on the shoulder or the cheek or the top of the head. Sometimes those are the signs that we get from our angels and from our loved ones. Just know how loved you are, how precious you are, and how deserving we all are of being healed, whatever that looks like. Just go into gratitude right now. Send some gratitude to the divine. Gratitude to these angels that help us every day. Gratitude to our guides like Kuan Yin, that's always showing us a light on the path. And gratitude to our Divine Mother, who's always, always holding us like we're children, because she considers us to be her children. Gratitude to Mother Gaia, letting us walk on her back and praying for peace on this land. Peace in those countries where there's turmoil and upset. And now let's turn to each other. As we do every day, we say those beautiful words to each other, the words that have such meaning. Thank you. I love you. And Kathy. Travel prayers for Bob on his way to visit his parents in Pittsburgh. We've had a tough morning. Oh. Okay. Well, we certainly will lift those prayers up for you, Kathy. And Sally says, the more I learn and release from the past, the more my body comes back to me. Awesome. And Sally's imagining our requests rising to the divine on the wings of Archangel Gabriel. Absolutely. So thank you. We love you. Those are the words. And Leo has the song. So let me get that up here. Well, if it will play.
It's time to get up and get ready because today's the perfect day to have a great day.
Thank you, Sally. Thank you, Tony.
Come on, let's play.
Leo. And our Hope Wellington Marshall. Thank you. I love you and your beautiful children. Love you so much. For Chetta and for Cheer. Thank you. I love you. Enjoy that dinner. Erica. He's in the pod. Thank you, Auntie Jean. I'm so glad you're here. Oh, thank you, Annie7. I love and miss you. And Marietta, love and a smile. Because spirit magnifies incredible loving energy. Morning Cuppa full of joy every day. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning Cuppa full of joy with all the peace and the thought. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Thank you, Brookie and Dylan and Max. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning Cuppa full of joy with all the peace and the thought. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Don't forget, at 1:11 Eastern Time, we'll be on doing a peace meditation. Come join us today. Well, hello, Mary Quincoli. Thank you for being here. Thank you, Brookie. There is no secret. It's simply accept, align, allow. The AAA. Morning Cuppa full of joy every day. To start the day on the high five, we call the AAA. Morning Cuppa full of joy with all the peace and the thought. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Morning Cuppa full of joy every day. To start the day on the high five, we call the AAA. Morning Cuppa full of joy with all the peace and the thought. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Cuppa full of joy. All right, who's going to sing along with Leo at the end of the song? I know the doggies are. They're probably dancing. Here we go. It's the end of the song. Auntie Jean, you got to get in there with him. Woo! Thank you, thank you, thank you, everyone. I love you so much. Stay in your hearts. Stay blessed. Have an amazing rest of your day or your night, wherever you may be. And once more, happy birthday, Prachir. We love you so much. I'll see you all tomorrow afternoon for the afternoon cuppa. And Auntie Jean has sent me some card decks. So I think we're going to have a good time tomorrow with different card decks and join in and see if there's a message waiting for you. I'll see you all at 1 o'clock this afternoon.